What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Hack Shack. I'm Al.
I'm Juanita.
And this week we're going to the track. We're going to try to work on some NHRA license passes in the Diamond T. It's back there. That transmission is not attached to the nose of it. But anyway, we're going to clean it up, and I'm going to take the AC out of it. The electric AC just doesn't work for crap for me. If you're moving, it sucks, whether the window's up or down. If you're sitting still in traffic, it works fine. I just don't feel like it's worth the 100 pounds that's in the truck. I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm just tired of it. So we're going to pull that out real quick, and then we're going to wash the truck up and get ready to go to the track. But first, I want to show you this lady designed this off of our buddy Victor's photos that are freaking awesome. This is the D100 that we built. So this is a hoodie. This is my hoodie. It got warm, so I already took it off. But she's making these in shirts and hoodies. They're on the website.
I have to add them on the hoodie section.
Well, the shirts are on the website.
Yes.
If you want a hoodie, give her a couple days and she'll put it on there. But by the time this video's out, they'll probably be on the website anyway.
Correct.
All right, so unlike the normal videos where I do a walk around of what we did in the shop this week first and then get to work, I don't have time for that this morning. So I'm going to get straight to work on the Diamond T, pulling the AC and getting it cleaned up and then getting it loaded on the trailer and head to the track. So the finish of this video at the very end will be a walk around of what we did this week. So look for that if you want to see it, or if you're looking for that, it's at the end of the video. So let's get to work. Go take the AC out. I'm just waiting on you.
Done.
It didn't work. Okay, so I already safely discharged the Freon out of it.
Safety.
Yeah. So now we got to pull.
Let's see.
You got to pull the seat. You got to disconnect the other line and take the condenser out. And I got to unbolt the transmission cooler. We got a couple hours worth of work to do in about 30 minutes. So anyway, we're going to rip this stuff out real quick, and I'm going to try to bring y'all along with what's going on. Should we do time lapse? People don't like time lapse, but I don't really have time to be videoing all this. Yeah. I think I'll just do time lapse.
Time lapse.
Yep. dead. So we just rushed through getting the truck ready, loaded, and now we're headed there. We just had some roller dogs from the QT truck stop because the guy at Whataburger aggravated me. I was hangry. So anyway, we're like about 30 minutes from the track, and the sky is not looking too good out here. I just hit raindrops and the drunk bumps. So I guess we'll see what happens. I hope we didn't do all that for nothing. 5 minutes from the track. Our friend is there, and he just texted and said they're not running cars because it's sprinkling at the track. It's like a 2-hour drive up here. Plus loading the truck. I think well, I'm not going to pay my way into the track and just for them to call it off, so I guess I'm going to pull up at this store up here and just hang out for 10 or 15 minutes and see what happens. It sucks. Well, just got word from the track. It's pouring down rain there again, and I don't see any way they're going to dry it up in time to get any passes in, so instead of wasting money getting in, we just drove 2 hours pulling the truck for a test drive. So, new truck pulled great. Yay. All right, we made it back. I'm leaving all this junk loaded. Trying to keep Craig from peeing on the tires right now. But we're gonna go to HMP, the 8th mile track, tomorrow evening. So I'm gonna leave all this crap loaded and gonna get to work on Ugly for a little bit. Okay, yeah, it's like a hurricane getting ready to go to the track. So I got a mess to clean up, but this guy didn't pee on any tires, and he walked by a lot of tires. So I'm gonna give him a treat for that. Smell it? Smell it? Can you shake? That's a good boy. One more shake? Another shake? That's a good boy. And one for the road. 3 for 3 on that one. Yeah, he's a good boy. Craig, look at this. This is an ant bed. Look, it's an ant bed coming up in the middle of the shop floor. Don't lick me. You licked my beard, you weirdo. Okay, so I'm sure there was some of y'all that were disappointed when you found out that I was supposed to put a Coyote in Ugly. Ugly is the square body, GMC, Chevy, whatever. It's a GMC. Well, plans have changed. So, and you guys here are the first to know. So we sold Juanita's Camaro as a roller. So I just happened to have a 6.2 all aluminum LS with a supercharger. $130,000 miles. It's got a cam in it. It's got a supercharger on it. It's got good valve springs, upgraded rockers, push rods. The Coyote went away. So this is a truck accessory drive. I'm working on making it fit. I have to put an idler pulley here to get belt wrap proper. So I got some new idler pulleys. So I'm going to put that on there, try to make that work. And once I get that to work, then I'm going to take it all apart, pressure wash it, get it dried off, get it painted black, and hopefully tomorrow get it bolted to the fresh 4L80 that I got. And I got a FTI converter here. So that was all kind of sold the car, bought some parts for this, and bought the wheels for Juanita Chevelle. They're on the way. They're being built by American Racing right now. So you gotta sell something to improve something else. So here we are. Ugly's getting a new motor that'll be a whole lot more fun to drive, and a 4L80 automatic instead of a manual, which I'm kind of a little bit bummed about the automatic swap because I really like the truck to be a manual, but I gave Juanita the option because she likes to drive the truck, and she decided that she wanted an automatic in it. So we went with an automatic. Look, Craig's bummed too. You sad, Craig? You sad? Yep. See? All right, so I'm gonna get to work. I guess first thing is put this bolt in, smash that down really good, and then I gotta grind that flat so I can put some spacers on an idler. Now I know this ain't the exactly perfect way to do this, but I need to put an idler there. So, and I already had one mocked up, but I got some new ones that just came in. So let's get to it. It's all on there. The tensioner is right at the mark like it's supposed to be. This is the belt that came off the Camaro, so that just happened to work out. These are new idler pulleys. As you saw, I just spaced this one to where I thought it was right. This, I swear it looks like the supercharger's out a little further than it should be, but this is the crank pulley and the water pump and the tensioner and the idler that came off of the Camaro. The only thing I changed is these three pulleys, and they should be the same spacing as the LS3. And the power steering checks out, but I swear the blower looks like it's out a little bit further, but I have not unbolted the blower. So maybe it's an optical illusion. Maybe it'll destroy the belt the first time I start it up, but we're gonna find out together eventually. Not in this video, but hopefully we're gonna get the motor clean, painted, and installed in this video. So the belt routing is great. It's got a really good wrap on the blower, good wrap on the alternator. Power steering has a nice wrap. It's over 50, well, it's probably 50% actually, right at 50%. Water pump has over 50, crank has over 50. So this is a really good belt setup, honestly, for just throwing some stuff together. Stock truck power steering pump, and a truck alternator. So now I guess I'm gonna rip it apart, which I'm just gonna take the accessory drive off of it and clean that separately. And I'm gonna go ahead and take these two pulleys off because they come off and they're plastic, and wash the motor and paint it from the heads down. I'm gonna leave the heads aluminum. And the blower, I'm just gonna paint the block. I guess it's aluminum. Could just leave it. doing, camera lady?
Looking at the level, the bubbles.
So you think that thing that I hot glued on there is level?
Yeah. From my eye, it looks level.
All right, motor's all cleaned up, about halfway dried off with the air blower. Did anybody catch my horrible mistake? I did. After it was over. Look how clean that thing is. Looks really nice. Nice and clean, super high pressure water. You seen it yet? You see where I screwed up yet? The freaking dipstick hole is open. Okay, so let's see how much water's in it. You want to do the honors? Please don't be a lot.
I'm gonna say a teaspoon.
Stop it. Oh my gosh, you're killing me.
Ready?
Hmm.
Not a whole lot.
That's not ideal. All right, hold this. Let me roll the motor a little bit and get all of it out. Yeah. It wasn't a whole lot, really.
As I said, it wasn't a lot.
Up there on top of the press is a can of WD-40. Spray that in that hole. Now let me roll it back over and spray it in the dipstick hole.
Dipstick.
A lot.
Oh, I'm spraying.
Is it spraying?
Oh, this is it out.
It's out of pressure. We found the bulk WD-40. Open it up to where it's a stream. That's pretty straight, pretty much just, that's closing it. Righty tighty, lefty loosey lady. Try not to spray a bunch on the motor, because we are gonna paint this.
It's in the hole.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I'm lubing the hole.
Why are you catching it with your hand? There's a pan under it, literally, right under it.
Because I don't want to fling it on the motor.
Well, don't fling it. Don't fling your hole around.
Don't fling my lube.
All right, that's probably good.
Just to make sure.
Okay.
All right, we're barely dripping.
All right, it's a solid chance that whatever water could have got in there, whatever it touched, was now touched by WD. And I don't know if you know this or not. You know what WD stands for?
No.
Water displacement. That's for real. That's what it stands for. Or so I read it on the internet, so it's gotta be true. So hopefully there really isn't very much water in there, but it got some in it, and that sucks because I'm dumb.
Okay.
All right, now it's 8 o'clock at night. So I say we turn the fan on, let the fan blow on this and those, and go eat some dinner.
Okay.
And then we come back,
And
tape
tape.
off the oil pan and spray paint the motor, or tape off the oil pan and the heads and spray paint the motor black and those brackets.
All right.
Man, I don't even want to paint this thing. It looks so good. It came out clean. Looks new. But around here, it's so humid and moist that it'll oxidize like crazy. So we're just going to go ahead and paint it. But I'm still only going to paint the short block and the accessory stuff. I'm not painting aluminum heads. I used to do that, and now I don't like it. So we're taping off the oil pan and the heads and the what little bit of blower that might get a little bit of paint on it. So the oil pan's already black and it looks nice, so no sense in painting it again and screwing that up. Now that the neighborhood gunfire has slowed down, I guess they're partying because it's Dia de los Muertos or something. It sounded like World War III out there. The paint is on it. It is not dry, but I cannot wait to take the tape off because that's just how I am. I'm going to end up screwing up the paint because I'm super impatient. But I want to see what it looks like. I already know what it looks like. A black LS with silver heads and a blower on it, but I'm so impatient I can't wait. See, like this piece right here, I'm gonna screw up. Ow! So far, so good. Careful in there. You'll end up getting some crap. I don't really even care if it messes it up a little bit. It's just trying to keep it from turning white in the truck. Oh, you got creative and went all the way around with that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job. That is going to be that might have to wait till it's dry because it's all wrapped around and pieced together. Oh, I know. Ninja Nita got it. Except it's just a challenge to you, I guess. I should have painted the top of the blower. Good Lord, it's like toilet paper. It's just stuck to my feet. And it looks pretty good. I like it. Now, if it's dry tomorrow, that'll be great. They're already getting tacky, so that's a good thing. All right, I think that is going to do it for tonight. Can y'all hear that? I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. That was somebody emptied a magazine out of something. There they go again. They're somewhere else. This is why my house got shot 6 months ago. Idiots.
Tonight, we get serenaded with gunfire.
All right, Supercharger has these on it. I want something custom on here. So I'm gonna show you guys how, if you want something custom like this made, you just send it to Harvey's Craft Shack. So I'm gonna take a picture of them. A couple of pictures just to kind of give an idea. And then I'm gonna get on Facebook. Go to my messages. Well, no, I gotta go to the page, sorry. Harvey's Craft Shack. So then message. I'm gonna send the pictures. And I'm gonna say, can you make me something custom to go in place of these with Harvey's Hack Shack on them. I'm local, so I can drop them off for sizing. Now we wait and see what she says, but I bet you she's gonna say yes.
Looks like I got a message. Can you make something custom to go in the place of these with Harvey's Hack Shack on them? I could drop them off for sizing. Yes, I can. You can drop off in mailbox or ship. And that's how simple it is for me to reply to something that you're requesting. Ding!
Oh, look, she messaged. Yes, I can. You can drop off in mailbox or ship. All right, well, we're really close, so I'm gonna just drop them off in the mailbox. All right, she said just throw them in the mailbox.
Okay, let's go make them. All right, so I got them drawn up and we will turn on the machine and get these started. And so I got my material in place and we are gonna get ready to engrave. Let's see if our placement is correct. Okay, so here's the one that Harvey's Hack Shack dropped off. Here's the one that I laser engraved. So we are going to make sure everything lines up. Perfect. Sizing is correct. Check this one out. Looks good. Let's get it shipped to him.
All right, let's get back to work on ugly. What the hell? Hello?
Hello? Hey, I'm dropping off your custom order. I was in the neighborhood, so I figure I'd swing by.
It's been like 10 minutes.
Well, I'm quick like that.
Check it out. All right. I know that was a cheesy ad, but we wanted to do something funny and show you what she can do. And literally, it took her like 20 minutes to do this. So I'm not saying you'll have your stuff in 20 minutes, but if she doesn't have a lot going on, she can knock stuff like this out. Let's go see what this looks like on the motor. All right, I got a little brake cleaner on a rag. Just wipe that off real quick just to make sure that adhesive sticks really good. Let that dry for just a second. You misspelled supercharged.
I did not.
Line the screw holes up. Line those up. All right, lines up good. Now, my screws that I got some new stainless screws and they're just a hair too long, so I'm gonna sand them off, I guess. I don't know. Because the screws that were in here didn't match. So I'm gonna put some new screws in it and then we're gonna get to work on putting the power steering pump and stuff on. Got to make a parts run this morning, get a power steering pump and a power steering hose for the LS going in the square body. Headed back with the parts. All right, got our new power steering pump here, and it doesn't have all that funky jazz on the back of it. So I'm gonna stick this in the bracket, get it bolted up, and then throw it on the engine. And then we'll start working on putting the motor and transmission together. All right, as you just saw, I got the motor bolted to the transmission and Juanita got the nuts on the back side of these bolts. They're so hard to get to. So what I'm gonna do now is a cheap polyurethane motor mount upgrade. These are $9 O'Reilly motor mounts for this truck. And this is polyurethane in a tube. Windshield adhesive. This is the same stuff they glue in new model car windshields, but it's polyurethane. And it's on the floor now. So, get your motor mounts bolted in place, just so you don't have to hold them because it's a mess. Sorry. All right, there we go. Sorry for all the shaking. Okay, so now this, oh my gosh, and I ruined the end. I'm gonna fix that and I'll be right back. All right, back to it. The cheap Amazon windshield adhesive. It even came with rubber gloves, so that's pretty cool. I never bought any that came with rubber gloves before. Anyway, you just put the motor mounts in place and then pack them full of this crap. And it is a mess, so do not get it anywhere you don't want it. But this, I've done this trick for a long time, a lot of years. On the Cummins swaps, I do this, but I also use the energy suspension polyurethane mount, so it's even stronger. There you go. Use the whole tube. But basically, for $25, I got brand new motor mounts with polyurethane supports in them. So, sounds like somebody's shooting again. Yay. All right, now I got to put this thing on the rack, pick it up, get the transmission cross member out of it, get the transmission mount that's in here onto that transmission, and get the torque converter bolts bolted up. And probably get the, go ahead and put the starter on it. And then we can start setting it in there. I'm gonna build motor mounts for this because I want it to sit super low because I've got to be able to put a stock hood on it. I can't handle a cowl hood no more. Y'all saw that before I did, I bet. It won't go out. We'll just let it burn. I'm like, what's that smell? Why is it hot? Oh, I'm on fire.
What is that?
It's a rag. It got brake cleaner. I had brake cleaner on it and I was grinding it. And I'm not on time lapse. I did not do that on purpose either. That's great. That is solid. All right. She got the fire out. Old firefighter.
Can't have no open flames during a burn ban.
All right. So what I did was I took the old transmission mount and I don't have the spacer for this, so I just cut the spacer off, or whatever you want to call this, so I could have a spacer under the mount to support the polyurethane. Don't fire again. Gotcha.
Your office like, don't even start.
Oh, you know what? I didn't check. Hell no, not even close. The bolt pattern ain't even the same. when you come down?
Yes. Okay. You come down.
No, I can't. Got an oil filter over here. Can you come down a little bit more?
Just tilt it down a little.
You can come down like a half an inch. Well, if you can hold it over a little bit, for just a second, we'll be past that oil filter. Past that filter so I can come down. You good over there?
Yeah. Not much because it's starting.
Say when.
You come down a little bit more. Okay.
This wiring shit.
Hang on. Damn hoses.
You ain't gonna be able to turn around.
Shit.
We can come down a bunch, man. I'm about to break a coil over here, so.
Ouch.
I'm gonna get that transmission jack, scissor jack thing to get the transmission up. Okay, mounts are fab pretty much. The bolts are in, the motor is sitting on them. So I'm gonna add a cross brace for sure, you know, in there somehow. Probably up here and maybe notch it for the bolt or something. I'll figure that out when I get them out. But I'll tack that and then pick the motor back up and pull the mounts out and weld them. But I'll have to do that tomorrow because we're out of time. We gotta go to the track. up, y'all? We're at the track. We made our 3 passes. First pass, I red lit because I wasn't used to the tree they gave me. They didn't give me a pro tree. Second pass, 4x4 didn't engage and it spun, but I can use that for my NHRA license because it's the slow pass. Third pass, run a 625 in the 8th mile. That was with 4 pounds on the dome, so like probably about 14 pounds of boost. We're gonna fill out this paperwork and then we're gonna go get me some Whataburger.
Yes.
You have fun?
Yes.
She got some good videos for y'all.
And it's cold.
All right, we'll see y'all in the morning. All right, back in the shop this morning. I gotta get these motor mounts tacked up so I can get them out, get them welded out, and then we can get it picked up and build a transmission cross member or modify the one I have. I gotta get this thing bolted in here today. So let's get after it. No, that does not give me room for the bolt. Pay attention, dummy. All right, now just weld them up and put a little brace. GoPro went dead as usual, but I got them welded up, got a little gusset on there. Welds don't look too bad. Now we're gonna spray bomb them with some black, let that dry, bolt them in. Okay, the GoPro's back to life. All the batteries were dead, sorry about that. Motor's bolted in, truck is up on the rack. Working on the transmission crossmember now. So it's really close to lining up with what I had before, so I'm going to cut this apart and still use the end pieces for the crossmember. And I'm going to cut some pipe. This is 6-inch heavy wall pipe. It's like 288 wall or something. Anyway, I'm going to put that like this on the crossmember, and that'll give me some exhaust clearance because there's not much room. I didn't have exhaust running through the frame before. It was outside the frame because originally it was a hood stack. But so now we got to think about things like that. So I'm going to go ahead, and I don't know if I'm cutting my head off or not, but I'm going to go ahead and cut this up, cut 2 of them, cut these on the correct angle, and then I'm going to get these bolted in the truck and figure out where to go from there. Okay, wacky transmission mount is in. I still got to cut this one out, but you see where the lift arm is? Right in the way of cutting that out. So, but once I do cut it out, I'll have plenty of room to run some 3-inch exhaust. It'll be laying on the ground pretty close when it lays out, but that's fine. We don't park in the grass too much. Look at that, I got 1/4 inch from the ground because it lays on the frame and the body. Really, the frame is tucked up a little higher than the body, to be honest, so let's see. Let's put it reach over there. Yeah, so about 1/4 inch up, so we're good. So, awesome. All right, sorry I didn't film making that. It had a bunch of people stop in and deliveries coming in and all kind of stuff going on, so you didn't get to see all that, but I got it done, and it's in, painted, and now I can set it down and see if these headers I got will fit. All right, let's see if this header fits. These were left over from something else that a friend had. Oh, yeah. All right, this one fits perfect, passenger side. Let's go check on the driver's side. Boom. All right, y'all. It's about time for a weekly project update. And so we're just going to walk around and let Juanita tell us what she did in the shop this week.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Stand here and look pretty.
You do a great job of that. All right, so the orange-red truck, it is on the new frame. I've got the firewall and the fenders in, firewall done, fenders in, and the cab mounted. A lot of other little stuff went on. Fuel lines are started, transmission lines are started, but the biggest part of it was the firewall and the inner fenders and the hood hinges. That's a huge deal. So,
And making it one piece.
yeah, it's all one piece. It takes up way less of the shop like this because it was here, and it was here, and it was over there, and then there's a bunch of it over there still. So that's nice. This you just saw. That thing made some successful trips down the drag strip, which you saw. Juanita's poor Chevelle didn't get no love this week.
It's okay.
Oh, it'll get some soon. The Nova got some headers, ultimate headers, and a starter, and a couple other little odd and ends, just some little stuff. Was waiting on that stuff to come in before we could really finalize anything, build a steering shaft, all that. I need to start wiring on it. It's time for that, so that's where we're at on that one. The Chevelle made some decent progress. I got the dash back in, gauges mounted, steering wheel mounted. I got the, see, it's gonna be hard to see in there, but the AC hoses are mounted, or ran. I mean, they run all up under here. He's gonna have some big inner fenders made, so I ran them all the way up here and then back to the AC, and the water pump is what it's hooked to. Anyways, so that's really it for the weekly update. All right, y'all, that's gonna wrap the video. We appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see y'all next week. Later.